Greetings to all. My name is Dinesh Prem Ganesh. I'm from Tutorial 2 Group 2. And for today, my group will be discussing about Chapter 7, Structuring and Designing Organizations. Before that, I'd like to introduce my group members. On the top left, we have Lee Jinying, followed by Crystal Pangsiupei, Julia Atika binti Alwi, Sugan anak laki Sivakumar, Goh Sin Lin, Ra Mayure Darshini Ravindran, and Suhaili Safia binti Saharuddin. And for this presentation, we're going to be covering discussion question, case application 1, and followed by case application 2.
Hi everyone, I'm Crystal and today I will talk about question 7-1. Discuss the 6 key concepts defining organization design. This slide shows that the 6 key concepts. Firstly, work specialization. To meet goals, workers specialize in job tasks such as welding, lacing, stitching, and sewing. Dividing work activities into separate job tasks. In today's views, work specialization is an important organizing mechanism because it helps employees be more efficient. Second, departmentalization. It shows that 5 types of departmentalization. First, functional departmentalization, which is based on work performed. Second, product departmentalization, which is based on major product areas in a corporation. Third, customer departmentalization, which is based on customers' problems and needs. And fourth, geographic departmentalization, which is based on location served. And last, process departmentalization, which is based on the basis of work or customer flow. Thirdly, authority and responsibility. Authority refers to the rights inherent in a managerial position to give orders and expect those orders to be obeyed. Types of authority: line authority and staff authority. Line authority is manager to direct the work of an employee according to the chain of command. Staff authority is functions to support, assist, advise, and generally reduce some information burdens. Responsibility, an obligation to perform assigned duties. Allocating authority without responsibility and accountability creates opportunities for abuse. For authority and responsibility includes types of power, which is coercive power, reward power, legitimate power, expert power, and referent power. Next, span of control. The number of employees a manager can efficiently and effectively supervise. Traditional view, small spans for effective supervision. Contemporary view considers contingency variables, employee experience, task characteristics, and organizational values. Types of span of control, which is narrow span of control and wide span of control. Fifth is centralization versus decentralization. Centralization is decision-making takes place at upper levels of the organization, and decentralization is lower-level managers provide input or actually make decisions. And last is formalization. How standardized an organization jobs are and the extent to which employee behavior is guided by rules and procedures. As a low formalization is employees have more discretion in how they do their work, and for highly formalized organization is explicit job description, numerous organizational rules, clearly procedures covering work process.
Greetings to Doctor and my fellow friends. So now we will discuss on question number 2, which is what are the concepts of traditional and contemporary organizational design, and will this design be influenced differently by management and the environment? First, I would like to explain about traditional organizational design. Traditional organizational design is a design where organization will be managed based on classical management theories. These designs are more emphasized on structure, hierarchy, and have a clear division of labor. Organization that using this type of designs tends to having a decision making that are more centralized. This design including simple structure, functional structure, and also divisional structure. I will explain it later. Next, I will explain about 3 things that I just mentioned earlier, which is simple structure, functional structure, and also divisional structure. Simple structure is an organization structure that have a little formalization. meaning that this organization have minimal formal rules, policies, and also procedures. This organizational structure also have a low departmentalization and you often use in a small business. For example, my family own a startup bakery business, so my family might use this structure in their organization. The second one is functional structure. Functional structure is a structure that design the organization, that organize the organization based on their specialized functional areas or expertise. For example, in a certain company, they might have a marketing department, financial department, and also human resource department. This is what we call functional structure. This structure is designed to improve efficiency in each department and contribute in organization success. The last one is divisional structure. Divisional structure is a structure that consists a separate business unit or division in the organization, which means each employee will be divided in a group or units based on product, geographic regions, or customer segments. And each divisions will function like a small company within the organization. So, the second organizational design is contemporary organizational design. This design refers to modern approaches to a structuring organization, and it emphasizes flexibility, collaboration, and adaptability to ensuring that organization can effectively respond to challenges and opportunities. This design includes team structure, metrics, and project structures, and also boundaryless organization. Now, I will explain briefly about 4 types of contemporary organizational design that I mentioned just now. The first one is team structure. In this structure, the entire organization is made up of work teams. These teams are empowered to make decisions, solve problems, and manage specific tasks with a high level of independence. The second one is metric structure. The structure design assigns specialists from different functional areas to work together on projects. It allows organization to leverage expertise from various fields to complete tasks more effectively. The third one is project structure. In a project structure, employees continuously work on projects. Once one project are completed, they move on to the other project. This structure focuses on delivering results through ongoing project work. And the last one is boundaryless organization. This type of organization does not have a fixed or predefined structure. It can function as a virtual or network organization, allowing flexibility and collaboration beyond traditional boundaries. Now, we move on to the next part of this question, which is, will this design be influenced differently by management and the environment? So, my answer for this question is yes. As stated in the table, we can see that in terms of management influence, traditional designs exert a stronger and more direct influence. In this system, decision making is more centralized and managers tend to closely control process and employees. On the other hand, contemporary organizational design adopt a more facilitative approach where management encourage autonomy and collaboration. Decisions are made in a decentralized manner with managers acting as a supporter rather than a controller. Next, in terms of environmental influence, traditional design is less flexible and reacts slowly to external changes. It is more suitable for stable environment. Conversely, contemporary design is more responsive and adapt quickly to external pressures or needs.
Hi everyone, I will talk about question 7-3. Compared to the strengths and weaknesses of a functional structure, what are the strengths and weaknesses of a simple structure? Functional structure is an organizational design that groups similar or related occupational specialists together. Strengths for functional structure is cost-saving advantage for specialization, employees group with others who have similar tasks. For weaknesses is lose sight of what's best the overall organization. Functional specialists become isolated and have little understanding of what other units are doing. Besides that, now is for strengths and weaknesses of simple structure. Simple structure is an organizational design with low departmentalization, wide spans of control, authority centralized in a single person, and little formalization. The strengths of simple structure is fast, flexible, inexpensive to maintain, and clear accountability, while weaknesses is not appropriate as organization grows and reliance on a person is risky.
Now we move on to the question number 4, which is contrast the design of a boundaryless organization and a structureless organization. Explain the point of contrast with examples. For this question, I will explain the difference between this organizational design through several aspects. The first one is the concept of the design itself, and the second one is the hierarchy, and the last one is in terms of decision making. So, boundaryless organization is a flexible organization designed to eliminate traditional boundaries within and outside the organization. For instance, a software company holds visual meetings that involve not only employees from the technology department but also marketing and sales department. In this meeting, they can share ideas and feedback without any constraints from a traditional hierarchy. While structureless organization is also known as a flat organization, these designs remove most hierarchical layer and formal job titles. For example, a team working on a creative project may share all responsibilities and ideas equally, with no clear leader directing the work or making their final decisions. The next one is hierarchy. So even boundaryless organizations are minimizing boundaries, it does not mean the hierarchy completely being eliminated. There are still levels of management and minimal hierarchy, but the focus is on fluid roles and having a collaboration across all levels. For example, a team where employees from various departments such as marketing and operation are collaborating without a structural barriers. They communicate directly through digital platforms and open decisions, while structureless organizations are completely have a flat hierarchy where the design often removing most or all of level management. For instance, a group of individuals working on a project together where no leader is assigned. All team members are free to propose ideas, make decisions, and take action based on the project needs. For the last one, I will compare these two designs in terms of decision making. For boundaryless organization, the decision making is often more collaborative and involve input from various levels and function within the organization. For example, a team that working on a new product, instead of decision being made solely by the senior management, the team consult with marketing experts. So here, decisions are made collectively through the open decisions, while structureless organization, decision making is highly decentralized, with individual employees or small teams empowered to make decisions autonomously without seeking approval from the higher up. For example, a group that working on a new product is a structureless organization are having no leader or hierarchy. When it comes to making a decision for the new product, everyone will share their ideas equally. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ramayura Darishini Ravindran and I will be presenting question 7.5. The question goes, contrast mechanistic and organic organizations. So, what is mechanistic organization? Mechanistic organizations are basically a rigid and tightly controlled structure with clear rules and hierarchy, whereas organic organizations are a flexible and adaptive structure that encourages innovation and teamwork. So the first key feature for mechanistic organization is high specialization, where jobs are broken into narrow and specific tasks, whereas for organic organization, collaboration is the first key feature, where teams will work across all levels. Next, centralized decision making for mechanistic organization, where authority lies at the top, which means decisions always flow downward. For organic organization, it's decentralized decision making, where decisions are made by teams and not just the top management. Moving on, it's rigid departmentalization versus adaptable duties. Rigid departmentalization means work is divided into structured departments, whereas for adaptable duties, employees will handle diverse and flexible roles. Next, for mechanistic organization is the narrow span of control, where there are only a few subordinates per manager, creating a very tall hierarchy. Whereas for organic organization, it's a wider span of control, where managers can oversee more employees, leading to a very flat structure. Last but not least, for mechanistic organization, the next key feature is high formalization, where communication and processes follow very, very strict rules. For organic organization, it's informal communication, where there is open, relaxed, and fluid exchanges of information among the team. So, mechanistic organizations are best for stable environments that prioritize efficiency and also consistency, whereas organic organizations are best for dynamic and unpredictable environments that require innovation. So, mechanistic organizations are actually best for industries like manufacturing, government, and also large scale operations, whereas organic organizations are ideal for startups, tech companies, and also industries that require a lot of creativity and adaptability. So, these are basically the contrast and comparison between these two organizations. And that is all for this question. Greetings, I am Ramayura Darshini Ravindran and I will be presenting the case summary for the first case application, which is turbulence at United Air. United Airlines 2017 PR disasters. So, in 2017, United Airlines had actually faced multiple incidents that went viral, and this has damaged its public image and exposed flaws in its rigid policies. The leggings in policy incident. In this incident, two teenagers were actually denied boarding for violating the travel per dress code, and this has sparked backlash over the strict and inflexible enforcement. The third point, Dr. David Dow's forced removal. Dr. David Dow was actually violently removed from United Airlines due to overbooking policies, and this viral incident has highlighted the consequences of prioritizing rules over a customer's dignity. The fourth point, rejection of soon to be wed couple. A couple was actually removed and ejected from sitting in unassigned seats. And this shows very poor conflict resolution and inflexibility in handling simple situations. Fifth point, the tragic dog fatality in the overhead compartment. A flight attendant actually enforced a safety rule, and this had led to the tragic death of a dog. This reveals a lack of judgment and customer care from United Airlines. Moving on to the sixth point, strict policy enforcement culture. Employees at United Airlines had actually followed rules very rigidly out of the fear of punishment. They had actually prioritized procedures over customer satisfaction. The next point, the lack of employee autonomy. Employees at United Airlines actually lacked the flexibility to make decisions as the authority was centralized, limiting effective problem solving. Next point, public backlash and media amplification. Viral videos have actually amplified these incidents, and this has resulted in severe public criticism and long-term damage to United Airlines' reputation. Systemic organizational issues. The incidents that actually happened reflects a deeper problem in United Airlines' mechanistic structure, which values rules over adaptability and empathy. The last point, the need for structural change. United Airlines must adopt a more organic structure, empowering employees with decision-making flexibility to handle unique situations better. And this is the end for the case summary of case application 1, Turbulence of United Air. And that is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sugan, son of Sukuma. Today I'm going to discuss about the first case question, which is evaluate how United Airlines handled each of these incidents. Do you think that United Airlines was within its power to respond the way its employees did? Why or why not? Okay, the first incident was legging incident. In March 2017, two teenage girls were prevented from boarding a United flight because they were wearing leggings, which the airline deemed inappropriate according to its dressing code policy. This incident drew widespread criticism, especially on social media, where many argued that the enforcement of such a dress code was outdated and discriminatory. Based on my knowledge, United Airlines had the authority to enforce its dress code policies. Airlines typically reserve the right to set standard of passenger attire, particularly for employees traveling in a non-revenue capacity. They are more strict to travel perks passes compared to free rider passes because they want to present in a positive way with their dressing code. The second incident was Dr. Davido incident. In April 2017, Dr. Davido was possibly removed from United Airlines flight 3411, which was overbooked. The airline requires seats for crew members, leading to Doo being selected for removal. The incident escalated dramatically when security personnel physically removed him from the plane, resulting in injuries. Based on in my perspective, United was within its right to remove a passenger under certain circumstances, but the method employed was excessive and disappropriate. The use of physical force to remove a paying customer highlighted a severe lack of judgment and sensitivity. An appropriate response would have involved finding a non-confrontational way to resolve the situation, such as offering incentives for volunteers to give up their seats. The third incident was couple incident. Couple was kicked off of a plane because they didn't follow the rules and tried to sit in other seat, which is not their seat. Their seat was using by someone, so they need to sit in a different seat. So the United Airlines had the power to enforce seating policy. The appropriate of the response depend on how the situation was handled. But the flight attendant has a lack of communication and doesn't know what happened to the customers. So it was inappropriate. Lastly, the dog incident. A passenger dog was placed in an overhead bin during a flight, resulting in the pet death. The incident also drew significant media attention and public outrage. So the power to respond is United had the authority to enforce pet policies, but the execution was negligent. Proper training for staff on handling animals in cabin was evidently lacking, although the airline took steps to address the incident after it occurred. So the initial decision to place the dog in the bin was inappropriate and highlighted serious flaws in their policy and employee training. Let's move on to the second question. How would you describe United Airlines' views on formalization? Do you think it's appropriate? Explain. United Airlines' approach to formalization in its organizational structure and policy was not appropriate for effectively handling customer-facing situations because United organization structure and rigid policy led to inconsistent customer service and poor communication by employees. Secondly, employees feeling constrained and unable to exercise appropriate discretion in difficult situations. Third, heavy-hearted responses such as forcibly removing passengers that prioritize adherence to policy over customer care. So, this indicates that United Airlines had a high degree of formalization with a strong emphasis on following standardized procedures rather than empowering employees to respond flexibly to unique circumstances. Such a highly formalized approaches may be suitable for certain operational and logistical aspects of an airline business. However, in customer-facing interaction, a more balanced approach that allows for employee discretion and adaptability is often more effective. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now I would like to answer the question using information from the chapter about the contingency factor that favor either the mechanistic or the organic model of organizational design. What do you think United Airlines organizational structure should resemble? Be sure to think about this in terms of efficiency and effectiveness. United Airlines is a complex industry, so its structure must balance the demand of size, strategy, and environment. We will explore two models, mechanistic and organic, and why a hybrid structure is the best choice for United Airlines. The mechanistic model is rigid and highly structured. It features clear rules, strict department, united decision-making, many rules, and formal processes. This model works well in a large organization like United Airlines, where efficiency and consistency are vital for areas such as safety protocol and flight operation. Organic model. On
On the other hand, the organic model is flexible and collaborative. It brings out spread decision-making, minimal rule, informal communication, and adaptability. This model is the best for dynamic environments such as the rapid changing airline industry where innovation and customer reactive are critical. The solution is a hybrid structure. Use a mechanistic approach for areas like safety protocol, flight operation, and maintenance, where strict rule and efficiency are important. Apply an organic approach to customer service, marketing, and innovation, allowing flexibility to adapt to customer needs and marketing trends. Conclusion: this hybrid model combines the best of both worlds: efficiency in stable process, flexibility in dynamic area. By implementing this structure, United Airlines can enhance overall performance, remain competitive, and deliver extraordinary service.
7.14. What do you think United Airlines should do in the future? In my opinion, I think that United Airlines should empower employees to exercise discretion through training on conflict resolutions. Those employees interacting directly with customers should be trained in conflict resolution, de-escalation technique, and how to handle sensitive or challenging situations. This training can help avoid situations like the forcible removal of Dr. Dow, where a more empathic approach could be prevented in these incidents. Secondly, I think it's improved communications of customer service through clearer communication on policies. United must ensure that all policies are communicated transparently to customers before during their travel experience. This includes more accessible and understandable explanations of rules, especially for customers traveling with employee perks or discount tickets. Lastly, United Airlines should enhance transparency and accountability from internal and external. United should ensure that any employees who overstep ethical boundaries is held accountable, but it should also create a system where employees are encouraged to make responsible decisions without fears of unreasonable repercussions. The part 2. What suggestions or enhancement might you have for United Airlines organizational structures? In my opinion, I think that United Airlines should give their employees training program, as this is a decentralized authority, and employees should regularly train in conflict resolutions, emotional intelligence, and the escalation technique to handle difficult or tense situations with customers. This could help prevent future issues like the forcible removal of Dr. Tao or any misunderstanding around seats assignment. This is also known as the decentralization decisions authority, because employees being trained are able to make decisions without needed to report to the upper organization level. Secondly, I would like to suggest that United Airlines should provide an area for pets with professional pet sitter in the airplane. This may only ensure pet discomfort situations can immediately aware by pets and pet sitter and provide pets with good airflow space for them to adapt. Lastly, I think United Airlines should leverage technology for efficiency and customer service experience. United should invest in technologies that make it easier for passengers to manage their travel experience. This could include improved mobile apps, self-service kiosks, and automated systems that allow customers to quickly check in, rebook flight, or resolve minor issues without needing to contact customer service. 7.5. How do employees' action reflect an organization's stance as far as being responsible and ethical? In the three cases of the employees' action in the leggings incidents, Dr. Tao forcible removal and the pet's death in the incident of 2017 suggest that organizations prioritize strict adherence to rules over ethical considerations or responsibility toward customers. This indicates of a corporate culture that did not empower employees to act responsibly or ethically in complex human-centered situations. Okay, firstly, I think it's field ethical decision making. Employee under strict adherence to an organizational protocol fail to make ethical decisions based on the situation, such as the handling of the dog in the overhead compartments were ethically concerned about animal welfare were overshadowed by a strict adherence to safety protocol. The rigid actions of the employee causes dehumanizations and ethical blind spot. For instance, in the case of Dr. Tao, employees focus on policy enforcement and the logistics of the seat assignment without fully considering the ethical dimensions of physically dragging a passenger from a plane. Humanization's appearance, where individuals were seen less as people with legitimate needs and more as objects to be moved or removed based on the rigid policies. United's managers encourage employees to be more responsible and ethical even when rules must be followed. United managers should promote strong work ethic in employees through mentoring programs. An effective mentoring given by a mentor in organizations like guide, support, and developing skills and attitude to form a success and help employees overcome challenges. Managers in an organization always encourage mentoring relationships and provide opportunities for mentorships and coaching to promote strong work ethic. Secondly, managers should foster accountability and responsibility in employees. True mentoring in an organization should foster accountability in employees, which is they should take responsibility for their actions regardless of the consequences and demonstrated accountability. For examples, through regular progress review in an organization reinforce accountabilities and improvement amongst employees. Moreover, through collaborating with employees to establish meaningful goal of manager align with the organization's value to foster strong work ethic.
Greetings to everyone. I will be presenting the summary of Case 2, which focuses on NASA's strategies to become a stronger learning organization amidst challenges and opportunities. Let's begin with NASA's visions and missions focus. NASA strives to reveal the unknown and benefits humanity through exploration and innovation. Its mission focuses on advancing science, technology, aeronautics, and space exploration to enhance the knowledge, innovation, and Earth stewardship. These principles guide NASA as it navigates its ambitious goals and ongoing challenges. Following the end of the Space Shuttle program in 2011, NASA faced significant uncertainty in redefining its purpose and direction. This transitional period pushed the organization to rethink its strategies, eventually setting future goals such as reaching an asteroid by 2025 to inspire progress and sharpen focus. Knowledge management became a key priority during this time. NASA recognized this critical role of efficiently managing and sharing its vast organizational knowledge to ensure its continued success in complex missions. To facilitate this, NASA leverages digital tools such as collaborations platform, videos libraries, advanced portal, and search engine with tagging capabilities, enabling effective access to knowledge resources. Alongside this, it has built a repository of case study and processes, maintaining a library of lesson learned and structured method to support ongoing reference and learning. Additionally, interactive forums are integral to NASA's approach. These workshops, forums, and social exchanges foster the share of ideas and drive innovation across teams and departments. NASA also emphasizes sustained innovation by ensuring knowledge-sharing practice remain a core priority. This guarantees efficiency and support leadership in exploration and science. Moreover, an expert network connects specialists and collaboration hubs, creating a system for sharing specialized knowledge across the organization.
Now I would like to answer the question, would you call NASA a learning organization? Yes, NASA is a learning organization because it's constantly adapt and grows. It's learned from the past mistake like the Challenger and Columbia disaster by improving processes. NASA encourage innovation, works in private company, and share knowledge widely. It adapts to change, shifting its focus over time, like moving from moon landings to Mars exploration. By promoting teamwork and learning, NASA stay creative and prepared to tackle new challenges in space exploration.
Hello everyone. Let's explore in what ways is NASA's environment complex. First, NASA relies on a specialized workforce. It employs highly skilled scientists, engineers, managers who need deep expertise in fields like astrophysics, robotics, and aerospace engineering. Coordinating with such specialized knowledge adds complexity to daily operations. Second, NASA uses a matrix organizational structure, which combines functional departments like engineering or research with project teams like those working on the Artemis lunar mission. For example, propulsion experts may both report to their department and to the Artemis project leader. This dual reporting creates flexibility but can lead to confusion and competing priorities among them. Next, NASA operates in a dynamic environment. Space exploration demands constant innovation while adapting to political and economic shifts. For example, NASA focus shifted from Mars exploration to returning to the moon under different US administrations in the past decade. Collaboration is another major challenge. NASA must work across boundaries, managing partnerships with private companies like Elon Musk SpaceX, international organizations like European Space Agency, and government stakeholders. A great example is the International Space Station, which requires seamless cooperation between the US, Russia, China, India, and so on. NASA also deals with long-term projects and high risks. Missions like the James Webb Space Telescope took over 20 years to plan and execute, requiring meticulous coordination. Such projects are high stakes, which means one mistake can jeopardize years of work and billions of dollars. Additionally, NASA faces budget and resource limitations. As a government agency, it depends on external funding and must justify its expenses to the public and politicians. Lastly, NASA must address ethical and societal responsibilities, such as ensuring environmental sustainability in space. The growing issue of space debris is an example, as satellites and missions leave behind dangerous waste. So, in conclusion, NASA's complex environment arises from its specialized workforce, matrix structure, dynamic challenges, and cross-boundary collaborations. And to succeed, NASA must remain adaptive, innovative, and collaborative. For this part, I'm going to be talking about how does complexity affect structural choice. Let's start with the causes of the complexity. First, NASA's mission demands technological sophistication. Consider the James Webb Space Telescope. Its construction requires expertise in optics, cryogenics, and deep space communications, showcasing the need for advanced specialized teams. Second, NASA projects are inherently multidisciplinary. For example, human space programs like Artemis involve robotics, biology, artificial intelligence, and even psychology to ensure astronauts' safety during long missions. This diversity adds layers of complexity. Third, NASA is geographically dispersed. It operates across multiple US centers like the Kennedy Space Center and Jet Propulsion Lab, while collaborating globally with organizations like the European Space Agency. Coordinating this vast network is no small task. Finally, NASA works in a dynamic environment. Budget changes, political priorities, and advancements in space technology constantly shift its focus. A great example is its partnership with SpaceX, which transformed how missions are funded and executed. Now let's look at how this complexity shapes NASA's structure. First, it divides work into specialized subunits. Separate teams handle propulsion, robotics, and communication systems. For instance, different groups work on the Artemis lunar mission and Mars exploration. Second, NASA uses a matrix structure. This combines functional expertise like propulsion engineers with project-based teams. It allows cross-functional collaboration, which is crucial for projects like the International Space Station, which involves experts from various fields. Third, NASA employs centralized oversight but decentralized operations. Mission planning happens centrally, but execution is delegated to specific centers or partners. For example, headquarters sets the vision for a Mars mission, while Jet Propulsion Lab handles the engineering details. Finally, NASA ensures adaptability in its structure to handle risks and shifting priorities. When reusable rockets like SpaceX's Falcon 9 proved cost-effective, NASA quickly adapted its strategy to incorporate private sector innovation. In conclusion, NASA's structural choices are directly influenced by its complex environment. By balancing specialization, collaboration, flexibility, NASA continues to lead in exploring the unknown while managing the challenges of complexity. Thank you.
I will be sharing some key suggestions on how NASA can further develop as a learning organization based on the framework in Exhibit 712. A learning organization thrives on adaptability, collaboration, and innovations, all of which are crucial for NASA to achieve its ambitious goals. Let's begin with organizational design. To foster a learning environment, NASA should embrace a boundaryless structure. This means enhancing cross-departments collaboration and breaking down silos to share expertise effectively. Empower employees to make decisions and work in collaborative teams will boost innovations and efficiency. Next is organizational culture. It's important to cultivate a caring workplace where employees feel supported. By prioritizing work-life balance, promoting well-being, and encouraging inclusion, we can create a strong sense of community and mutual trust. These are the foundation of a culture, value growth, and learning. Now, let's talk about leadership. Leadership must align efforts with a shared vision. Leaders should model collaborative behavior, foster open communication, and ensure alignment on strategic goals. By doing this, we can inspire teams and create a unified approach to tackling challenges. Finally, information sharing is essential for a learning organization. NASA should maintain open and transparent communication channels to share updates, challenges, and successes across the organization. Timely and accurate information sharing ensures that everyone is equipped with the knowledge needed to drive progress.
And that's the end of our presentation for today. Thanks for watching.